Hey guys, it's me, Alicia, aka Voted Best Hair. Thank you so much for joining me back on my channel if you're a returning subscriber, and if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for joining me today. So I may look a little different. Yes, I finally got some braids, you guys. It only took me 40 years to try braids out. So I wanted to share the experience with you guys. So if you're interested, if you've never had braids before and you're tender-headed and you're a little bit older and you're not sure about it, please stay tuned. I have been wanting to try, some type of protective braid style for about 4 years. Originally, I was gonna do it for my honeymoon. I had bought the hair and everything, you guys, and then I kind of psyched myself out. You guys probably have seen me do my own mini twist before. I love the idea of, a protective style like this, but just never that I would be able to get it done. I am very tender-headed. The idea of having to take an Advil after you get your hair done just did not seem like a good idea to me. I had a girlfriend get knotless braids and she really liked them, and then my cousin also got some knotless braids, and she was like me, very tender-headed, never had braids in her life. So when she got them, I was like, all right, maybe I can do it. I knew that I was gonna be going on vacation. We were going to Aruba, which we have been planning for over a year. And so I really just wanted to have a protective style. I didn't want to have to worry about doing my hair. I didn't want to have to worry about bringing products along with me. I did a little bit of research via the gram. I think I did hashtags for braiders in Maryland and in the Baltimore area, and I found a salon. Went to their website, checked out their reviews, and looked at all their pictures. I mean, I literally stalked their page for a couple days, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to make my appointment. So I loved how easy their website was. You could make an appointment. You would say what type of braids you wanted, if you wanted small, medium, or large, how long you wanted them. I originally said that I wanted to get bra strap length, but they're, I guess, more like waist length, which I think was probably a better idea, because my hair by itself is probably already bra strap length. So I did do a little bit of a longer braid. Some people said I could have gone longer, but I think this is the perfect length for me. So I would say they're about waist length. And of course I said knotless and medium size. The reason why I chose the knotless braids is because from what my cousin was telling me and my girlfriend and just some of the research that I had done via YouTube, was that the knotless braids have just a lot less tension because you don't have that knot in your head. Basically, they just do a regular 2-strand, or 3-strand braid in your hair. And that's it. So to me, that seemed a lot better for my hair, as far as, just protecting my hair and making sure that I don't have any breakage. And at the end of the day, that it doesn't hurt, right? That's that was my main thing. I did not want it to hurt. I made the appointment probably about 3 weeks out. And then I just started doing more research, started asking everybody that I knew that had braids before, what I should do, how do I take care of them, all that stuff. And I got a lot of really great tips. One of the big tips that I heard was that the synthetic hair has some type of chemical in it. So it's a good idea to wash the synthetic hair with some type of vinegar to get rid of all the chemicals, just in case you have an allergic reaction. So I actually ended up calling the salon, and they actually had that as a service. Now they're gonna charge you for that, but I thought it was well worth it. It was 20 bucks more to go ahead and get the hair pre-washed before they put it into your hair. I also talked to them about my fear of getting braids, just wanting to make sure that it wasn't too tight, and they were very, very accommodating and said, listen, if it's too tight, you let us know. In the instructions on their website, they tell you to have your hair washed and blown out before you come. If you don't, then they will wash and blow dry it for you. So I went ahead and washed and blew out my hair. I, again, did some research and just found that it was important to do a really deep clean in your hair, and then, you know, deep condition your hair. So I deep cleaned with the Squeaky by Uncle Funky's Daughter. I then conditioned my hair with the Shea Moisture product. And then I did a deep condition for about 20 minutes, a Shea Moisture product. And then I did a leave-in for my hair. So I wanted to, you know, make sure that I was actually protecting my hair, because at the end of the day, braids are a protective style, so it's so important. I can't stop touching my hair. So it's so important to, you know, really do the maintenance on your hair before you even get the style. So that was really important to me. So I made sure I deep conditioned, and then I put a leave-in conditioner in my hair. They also recommend that you don't put, you know, really heavy products on your hair. So I didn't do a cream-based leave-in conditioner. I did a more of like a water-based. It was like a spray. But I used it very generously throughout all of my hair. So the day before, I did the wash, deep condition, the leave-in, and then I let my hair air dry. And then the next morning, I blew it out. And I really just blew it out just enough, you know, to get it dry. I wasn't trying to make it completely straight. That was my goal. So the day of my appointment, I was so excited. I went at 9 o'clock in the morning. They had the hair ready, and it was just crazy how they have these little pieces of hair. So they actually feed the hair into your hair, like just little by little, to get this. It's such a cool process. So anyway, when they first got started, they really just kind of like focused on like the parts and the parting of my hair. So they really like, you know, figured out where I wanted my my side part. You know, I had to have my side part. They focused on the parts and just making sure that, I guess, you know, all the parts were straight and everything. When they first started, they started 2 at a time. So that was fun. So one person was up at the front and the other person was at the back. Eventually, the other person had to take another appointment, so it was just the one girl doing my hair. How they were doing it is they just kind of would braid just till about like, I don't know, like maybe right here, and then they would stop. So they just did that all throughout the head. And pain level. So the woman who started off doing my hair, who had to leave, she was a lot more gentler than the one who actually ended up finishing me, but it still wasn't horrible. When she was doing the back, I was fine. Like, it didn't really feel like much at all. But when she started to get up here, baby, whoo, Lord, like, I felt a couple of tears coming down my eyes, up at these edges. I know that's a little bit more sensitive area, so I just kind of had to like bear it. But I kind of said, it's a little tight, and so she'd say, okay, sorry, you know, and loosen it up a little bit. It took about 4, I would say about 4, maybe about, 4.5 hours for her to do the whole head, just to about halfway. And then she had to go through each individual braid after that to finish it down. So they started at about right here, and then they would finish it down. Oh, one of the other things is, the place that I went to, they, the hair is included in their fee, and so they ask you what color hair you want. So I did dark brown. This is dark brown, but what I love about it is that you can see like the highlights in my hair through the dark brown. So I think it looks pretty natural and, you know, close to my hair. So she finished each strand one by one, but what it looks like is, you know, they get to about here, and then this is just like the hair. So it's not braided all the way down. after she finished braiding the hair, she went through with scissors and just like clipped any of like the little flyaways out the way. Then she used some mousse all throughout my hair just to lay down all the hair. And then the part that I had been waiting for, that I had seen on like every Instagram video and YouTube video, was when she dipped my hair in the hot water. Like I don't know, like I don't know why that was like so cool to me, because I'd seen it so many times. I don't know, so it was like, that was like a pivotal moment for me. When them braids go into that water, it's like, all right, you in there. So she did that, dried it all off and everything, and then I was done. And I was so excited. Maybe I was like on a complete high, but it didn't hurt. Like I didn't feel like any tension in my hair or anything. And I completely loved it. I was so excited that I'd finally done it. I think that there was like a high, like I said, just because I had never done this as much as I had wanted to. I'd never done it. Kind of like an accomplishment. And I know it sounds weird, you know, like people get braids all the time and it's like nothing, but for me it really was something. And like even like some of my girlfriends are like, I thought I would never see this day, you know, I can't believe you actually did it. I had been advised to get some tea tree oil for my scalp, you know, just in case it gets itchy. So I started to do that at night. I had already purchased like a huge bonnet, so I started doing that, using that at night. Now, after about, I don't know, I would say maybe like day 4, I started to notice that in the back of my hair, I was getting like little bumps on my neck. And so that's when I was like, okay, maybe these are a little too tight. So I kind of like used some oil just to kind of like help loosen them up. And then I also think that maybe because I was like pulling on them a lot, that I was kind of adding the tension to my head. So I'm still working through that as we speak, just trying to figure out the best way to take care of my hair at night and how to wrap it up. I'm still working through trying to figure out how to style these things, because you literally do have to style them like one by one. For me, the pros of having braids definitely outweigh the cons. And like I said, the cons would probably just be the time that it took. It took about 5.5 hours for me to get it done. To me, it went by pretty fast, but you know, it's still 5.5 hours of your life that I could have been doing so many other things. But like I said, I will probably keep these for about 5.5 to 6 weeks, right? So, you know, good outweighs the bad. Another con would just be like, you know, it's a lot of hair. So it's a lot of hair trying to figure out how to go to sleep. You know, it's like, can I do like this? Can I do like this? Like, how do I do this? How do I maneuver these things? So that would probably be one of the other cons that I have. Me still trying to figure out this situation back here. I got these little bumps. So y'all pray for me that I work this situation out. This is like the only area that, you know, is bothering me. So I have to get that figured out. So that is it, you guys. I hope this video was helpful. For any of you 40-year-olds who have never had braids before, do it. It's a great option for a protective style. And so until next time, seize your destiny and have fun doing it, and design a life you love.